Hello, my name is Frank Lyons. I'm with BC Consultants. I consult on Maine liquor laws and vicarious liabilities, issues that are relevant to young people and their parents and the communities concerning liquor. Alcohol, obviously, is a concern for all of us in our communities. When used socially and responsibly, it's not a problem. However, when used by high-risk drinkers, underage individuals, or those that drink too much, it can be a concern for everyone. What I'm going to discuss are the primary liquor laws involving youth, illegal possession and consumption, illegal transportation, and furnishing liquor to minors, as well as furnishing a place for minors to consume alcohol. As far as possession is concerned, a lot of people misunderstand what possession is. If you have a youth at a party, possession is actually constituted by proximity and control. If your child can reach out and grab a beer, they're in possession of that beer. There's two times that an individual under 21 years of age can possess alcohol. One's within the scope of their employment or in a home in the presence of their parent or legal guardian. Any other scenario, it is a civil violation for which penalties of fines can be imposed or other sanctions if they're juveniles. For consumption, that's when an individual is actually consumed, has alcohol in their breath. Again, it's a civil violation, very little to prove. If that child is actually consumed outside the home in the presence of that parent or legal guardian, then it is an offense as well, subject to a fine, subject to community service. If juveniles, again, it could be a situation where they could be held accountable through informal adjustment through probation, parole, or they could actually end up doing community service. None of which give them a criminal record. However, it does go on their record. One of the bigger misnomers are that when you get a juvenile violation that is sealed and nobody has access to it, which is quite the contrary. If you plan a military service career, or for that matter law enforcement, those records are very open and they will examine them, and they do take that into consideration. And it's something else for individuals to consider before they start engaging in drinking. I'd also like to talk about the issue of illegal transportation by minors. It's unlawful in the state of Maine for anyone under the age of 21 to transport alcohol outside of two exceptions, one of them being within the scope of their employment. That violation has mandatory penalties involved, including fines as well as license suspensions. First offense is a 30-day license suspension, second is a 90, and a third offense is a 1-year license suspension. If it's a provisional license, they'll actually lose their license for a full year on that first complaint. One of the other considerations with illegal transportation would be the insurance issue. Once they've been convicted, young people can rest assured their insurance rates are going to anywhere from double to triple, primarily because it's an alcohol-related motor vehicle violation. The third law that I want to talk about today is furnishing a place or furnishing liquor to minors. It's unlawful for anyone in the state of Maine to furnish alcohol to any individual that's under the age of 21 years of age. It's also illegal for anyone to provide a place for that individual to consume. A lot of times, well-meaning parents decide that they're going to host a party. They're not going to provide alcohol, but they're going to allow their son or daughter to have that graduation party on their property. They do invite individuals that are under 21 from that graduating class or what have you to bring their alcohol with them. The violation pretty much is the same. It is subject to some pretty hefty fines. For furnishing a place to a minor to consume or furnishing liquor to a minor, it's going to be a misdemeanor first offense. You're looking at upwards of $2,000 fine, possible year in jail. In the event that there's actually serious bodily injury in that event, somebody's either killed in an accident or assaulted or sexually assaulted at the party, that violation is actually elevated to a felony where you're looking at a $5,000 fine and up to 5 years in jail. Either way, all of it's preventable. The last and not least laws I'd like to discuss is the Maine Liquor Liability Act. The Maine Liquor Liability Act is a law that was passed back in 1985 that resolves liquor issues that result in damage to third parties. If you host a party and somebody leaves that party, be it an adult or somebody under 21, and they cause injury to a third person, you can be sued as a homeowner for up to $350,000 plus medical expenses. Depending on the circumstances, that could result in multi-million-dollar settlements over a prolonged period of time. The The sad part about that is, because it is a crime, insurance companies are not necessarily bound to support you in that civil litigation, and you may very well end up losing that home, the vacation home, the boat, the farm, the equipment that you own, all of it.